So, but are y'all catching that? See, so what it is you got to be conscious of it. I'm conscious of expanding my network through my contacts. So really what I want to do is ultimately expand my contact. See, your network is there. You want to expand the contact. So
Through your network.
Through my network. So, how y'all feel, team?
Fired up.
Fired up, sir.
Fired up.
And what's up?
My income.
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 Some dollars, baby.
Fired up.
Who gets a green sheet?
Everybody, sir.
Everybody.
Everybody gets a green sheet. All right. So, with that being said, today's training is going to talk about we're going to jump into the network. And so for those who, I think most of y'all have been here and watched it, but for those who haven't been around and haven't seen or don't know what we're talking about, we want to share with you your network. Some people say, Erik, I don't know nobody. I ain't got nobody. Your network and your connections are not the same, y'all, okay? And so I'm going to get on the whiteboard, but I really want to just touch on that part. There's a difference between your network and your connections, okay? Y'all with me? The people always say your network is your net worth, and talking about your net worth, your contacts. So a lot of times that's what people stop. They say, hey, Erik, you know what? I don't have a big network. I don't know a lot of people, right? It's not that you don't know a lot of people. And what are the things it's the two things I want people to catch. And this is a masterclass. You ultimately want to get people to know you. It's not how many people you know, is how many people know you, okay? How many people know you? Like, I got a lot of numbers on my phone, but they may not know me, right? Now, I may have some people who know me, but I don't know them. So ultimately, you want to get to how many people know you. But here's the thing. It doesn't matter when you start learning how to connect. And that's why I want to show y'all, how do you connect? Making the connections. So a lot of times folks say, hey, Erik, my network. Your network is different from your connections, right? That's where people miss. They're like, I don't got a lot of people. I don't know nobody. Okay. All right, so this is you, right? This is a typical person who's like, hey, Erik, I don't know nobody. Okay. Did you grow up in the woods by a pack of fox or hounds? Or anybody ever raised you? It don't make a difference. Your mama, grandmama, aunt, uncle, friend, cousin, brother. You went to high school. You went somewhere. Does anybody on this planet? Do you have anywhere on this planet where you know somebody that you can touch? Like, I can send them an email, and when I say touch, let's talk about what is a touch. It could be email, phone, and today it can be social media. And that's phone can be call or text. Phone, you can write that down as call or text, or in person. Maybe I know them at church. I don't know the phone number, don't know the email, but I can get to them in person, right? So let's break it down. First, you gotta have your touches. Like, how many people can you touch? And see, a lot of times people underestimate the number of people they can touch, right? I'm telling y'all, they're missing it. You underestimate the number of people you touch. See, what you're thinking is, and when I hear that, what people are really saying, here's a masterclass. When people tell you they don't know anybody, or you think I don't know a lot of people, what you're saying is, I don't know. This is what people are really saying. Can anybody see that? When people say, I don't know anybody, what you're telling me is, you don't know their response. It ain't that I don't know them. It ain't that I don't know who they are. It ain't that I can't email them, I can't phone call them, I can't social media, I can't touch them. Like, I may say, Erik, I don't know the pastor. Well, I don't know his response. I can touch my pastor in my church. I can go up to, hey, Pastor so-and-so, Pastor Kevin, Pastor Mike. Now, I don't know them personally. We don't communicate personally. So I'm not on a personal basis with them, but I can go up there and touch them. You follow me? So they're in my touch. So because I don't know the response, because I never talked to them, so I don't know how they're going to respond to me. Are they going to like me? They're going to not like me? Are they going to say, good away? They're going to say, go talk to my secretary? I don't know their response. So when people say, I don't know people, they typically are spent talking to people who they know their response, right? I know my sister. Well, she may join the business, she may not know join the business. I feel like I know her response. So what I'm going to tell y'all, the number one thing you got to do, you really want to become big at this and great at this, understand who your contacts are. Not the contacts how they're going to respond. The contacts, period. Because I'm going to teach you along the way how to get good at the responses. Are y'all with me? See, I don't worry about the response. People say, Erik, well, how can you just pick up a phone and start calling me? I made some connection right for y'all, a couple weeks ago right on the phone. I make connections. How? I don't care about the response. Matter of fact, I can predict the responses. I'm going to teach y'all that today too. Let me write that down. Make sure I'm going to teach y'all how to predict the response. I'm going to teach you how to make sure the responses are predictable. That's why people fear recruiting, fear talking, fear going to somebody. You don't know the responses. Your fear of rejection, right? The fear kicks in. The fear, this is what stops people. It's really fear. The number one fear is rejection. What do they fear? Somebody's gonna say what? No. That's what stops them. They fear rejection. They fear somebody's gonna say no. What else they gonna do? Has anybody ever heard of somebody getting carjacked or somebody getting shot, stabbed for asking them, hey, how are you doing today in terms of business, right? Hey, how you doing today? Boom. Okay. How often does that happen? Has anybody happened to y'all, anybody yet? I haven't been stabbed because I said, how you doing? I haven't been shot because I said, how you doing?
No.
Yeah, how you doing? See, when you start, I'm gonna start showing you how to make your responses so predictable. You know what to say. So here's the thing: we don't know what to say. You're like, I don't know what they're gonna respond. Why you don't know how to respond? Because you don't know what you're gonna say. So when I don't know how people respond, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of rejection. I'm afraid I'm gonna get rejection because I don't know how they're going to respond. Are y'all with me? See, what you're doing, your mindset is already down here. Your mindset is already jumped to the close. Will they buy? Are they going to buy from me? When I'm people don't say I don't know anybody because they don't know their response because they don't know if they're going to buy from them. My friends and family won't support me. How do you know that? Have you even asked them? Man, I just know how they are. How do you know how they are? My best friend's on this line. He got a policy for me. I was his agent on record, $200 a month. Guess what? 2 months later, he got another insurance policy, $1,000 a month from another agent. How come I didn't? I thought maybe I knew his responses. Maybe I don't know. You follow me? Same person, good friend. I thought I could predict his response instead of, you follow me? Instead of doing what I was supposed to do, I started estimating what the response was going to be like. I started spending his money for him. Gary said, I started spending his money for him instead of going through the process. Are y'all with me? See, a great salesperson goes through the process. That's why we use our system. Everybody starts to, well, Eric, I don't give a damn about your feelings. I don't care about your emotions. I don't care about your word track. I'm trying to tell y'all, your word track, your feelings, your emotion, the gift, the gap, it don't matter. McDonald's is $1 billion company. Chick-fil-A is $1 billion company. Welcome to Chick-fil-A. How may I help you? They don't care about your emotion, your feelings, right? Starbucks. Hey, what can I get started for you? Starbucks jumped in. They predictable. Hey, what would you like me to get started for you? The heck does that mean? They didn't work early. What would you like me to get started for you? Because they assume that you're going to buy something. They got your mind in a buying mode. They understand the word track. They do it again and again and again and again. There's been time I go up to them like, you know what? I don't need to be here. Let's talk myself out of it. No problem. I get it. They didn't get mad. They didn't shut the doors. Hey, y'all, he walked out. Let's shut the doors. We out of business. No, he'll be back. Walk back in next week, next day. Hey, what can I get started for you? I'm like, didn't y'all just remember I was just saying guy just walked? Okay, what can I get started for you? That was yesterday. That was last week. That was an hour ago. You left your wallet. Okay, you know what I mean? You change, man. Things happen, right? Are y'all catching what I'm saying? This is why the touch. So when we're talking about your network, for those who tune in, we're going to talk about your context versus your network. I'm going to break down a masterclass on networking. See, some of us most of y'all are here because of my network, not because of my contact. Michael Ruth, I knew Aurelio. Aurelio was my contact. Michael is in my network. Tammy, I didn't know you. I knew Jock. Jock was my contact. You were in Jock's network. Matter of fact, y'all connected. He's expanding his contact. Jock is always expanding his contacts. See, a good networkers always keep growing their contacts. Are y'all with me? You can start developing your contacts through your network. So we're going to get there. So now y'all know why people don't do nothing, okay? So here we go. So let's talk about this. Rejection and fear. I think most people understand that, right? Their responses. So let's really get down to how to, right? Understanding contacts, okay? Here's you. And these people here, just say these are people, okay? These are people. They look like circles, but they're really people, okay? All right. These are people. That's you. These are people who maybe are in your contacts. We're going to call these your contacts because you can touch them. Maybe you can email this person. Like maybe I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to call them numbers. I know number 1 because he's in my emails. I can email this. This right here, I can text. I got the phone number, I can text. Right? I don't know them that good, but if I send them a text, it'll get to them. This person here, I know them. They're like family. I can pick up the phone and call them. This person, I see them at church, so I know them in person, right? I can touch them in person. This person right here, I know from Facebook. So that's social media. That's a Facebook friend. This person right here, we're connected on LinkedIn, okay? We're connected on LinkedIn. So these are my contacts, man. Eric, these are, I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 people. Now with these 6 people, can anybody tell me if these are the only 6 people on the planet I know? Can anybody tell me exactly what my network is? How big my network is? If these are only 6 people in my contacts?
You said how big is your network?
Yeah.
It's as big as their network.
Right.
Yeah. So you really can't tell me specifically how big the network is. Are y'all with me? There's a saying, if you cut open an apple, can you count the number of seeds inside of an apple?
Yes.
Yeah. You're right, Lisa. If you cut open an apple, Gertie think that was a trick question. Y'all should see Gertie's face. Gertie's like this. Gertie, if I cut open an apple, if I take a knife and cut an apple open, can I count the number of seeds inside that apple?
Yes.
But Tammy just said it. If you plant that seed, you can't count the number of trees or other apples. I can maybe count the number of trees, but I can't count the number of apples. I plant 1 seed, you're only gonna get 1 tree maybe.
Right.
1 seed ain't gonna turn into 3 trees. But you can't count the number of apples that can come from a seed. Are y'all with me?
Mhm.
This is an apple seed. I can't count how many apples, because maybe he only knows 2, but his 2 knows 2. This person, their contacts. Now remember, these contacts are the people they can touch. I can't count how many contacts can come from this one person, because that person can connect me to this person, connect me to this person. They and then sometimes they might be like a job. People are always adding contacts. Today they only know 1, but then 2 weeks later they got a new job. Then they got another contact.
And then one of their
Week, 3 weeks later they to the church. Then they go to church and then they got another contact.
So Eric, question is, first off, this is a science and a skill to be conscious of. But
Yes.
why don't people teach this particular concept? You know, when people, you know how we always say, we hear the stories of people always saying, hey, go do this, go do that, go do this, but
Mhm.
don't give you the how-to.
Yeah.
Like this is a real how-to to be conscious of.
This is the real how-to master. Most people don't know how to teach it, Jack. They don't know it exists. Some people do it naturally. You got some people just network. They're good networkers. They just naturally network. They the connection. They the plug. Like they just know how to network.
That's what I do.
Some people don't understand. I've been able to sit back and watch and see what people do naturally, right?
Mhm.
I understand the science. I may not have a good I have a big network because I connect and contact, but I understand the context behind the contacts,
Mhm.
right? So what I might do is, guess what? I'm going to connect with, let's see who's on this line. That I can actually say. Mary Wilson. Mary Wilson was a contact through Mary in person. I think they met in person. They connected online. It's Facebook. I'm not sure how they all connected, but they kind of knew each other from school just a little bit, right? Connected with each other. They call it, I think, social media connection. But Mary Wilson introduced me to an Erskines. So Erskines became now I met Mary, who's number 5, and she has A. But I learned because of Mary, I now made a contact to A. So A is now part of my contact. So y'all ain't catching that. I grew my contact because I can now call Erskine.
So you
I
grew
can
your
have-
network.
I grew my network was already big. See, my network was already there. I grew my contacts. I want y'all to catch that.
I see what you're saying.
The
So
network was already-
the guy was already there. He was already there
Yeah.
in place.
A was already there in place.
You just
Now-
grew your contact and your connection.
Yes. Now here's the thing. A wasn't even there for Mary for a while. Mary met A on social media. So she added to her contact. So she added to her contacts. By her adding to her contacts, I'm smart enough to realize she added to my what? My network.
It's like that Head and Shoulder commercial. You tell 2 people and they tell 2 people and so on and so on.
So on and so on. Erica Von Dyke is on the line. Erica was a person who I created a new content. If you want to, let's see. I'm through Andrew Rogers was through Aurelio, through Myron and Tasso. We're going Myron Tasso, down to Delroy, down to Andrew Rogers, AR. Okay, Andrew Rogers, right? So I knew I was connected to Aurelio. Aurelio had a contact through Myron Tasso. Now, because of them, I became connected to Myron Tasso. I became also connected to Delroy, and I became connected to Andrew. So now these people didn't just get born. Aurelio been knowing Myron for many years. So Aurelio knew Myron for over 15 years. So I knew Aurelio for about same 15 years. So let's say 15 years, these people were already part of my network, but I never met Myron and Tasso until 3 years ago. Aurelio knew them, right? But I knew Aurelio. If I needed to, if I knew how to work Aurelio, I said, Aurelio, you know anybody in Canada? I could have asked him, did he know anybody in Canada? He was like, yeah, I know Myron and Tasso. I could have did that, made that connection the contact connection, I could have made that 15 years ago. It wasn't on my radar to make it 15 years ago, right? I had no reason to ask Relly about people in Canada. They came back and reversed it. Hey, Relly, who do you know? We're going to Canada. Oh, I know Relio. They've been known for 15 years. They told him about experience. And now they reached out to him. Relly knew me for 15 years. He reached back out to me. So where am I going with this? Erik is on the line now. Andrew Rogers has a connection to a gentleman named Harpreet. So Harpreet is connected to Andrea. Harpreet's like, he met somebody named, I keep getting mixed up, Prince or me. It's Prince. Harpreet met Prince online. So Harpreet met Prince through LinkedIn. Harpreet said, hey, Erik, I'm part of Andrew's connection. Harpreet reached out to me and made a connection to me and said, hey, because you're part of Andrew's network, let me come and connect to you and say, hey, guess what, Erik? I want to connect you to Prince. So through Harpreet, I got connected to Prince. And then Prince connected me to Erica. So now Erica is now part of my contacts. You see? So I got my contact to Harpreet grew, my contact to Prince grew, my contact to her, all through this initial contact through Aurelio. So
And
now
the whole time though, and I want to paint a picture, the whole time, you're conscious of this the whole time.
I'm conscious of this.
But that's why I'm bringing it up, because some people do it unconsciously, like you said. But once you become conscious of it, it just makes everything a lot easier.
So I knew me and Aurelio to keep this relationship open. See, I knew to keep the relationship open with Aurelio. We didn't do business for a while, but then we did business with another company. I knew to keep the relationship open, right? We had developed a relationship. We made a contact through another company. My contact, my connections, I value my connection, my contacts, because I know I value my network. I don't know who they eventually going to get contact. Now, some of these people in my network grew. So, but are y'all catching that? See, so what it is you got to be conscious of it. I'm conscious of expanding my network through my contacts. So really what I want to do is ultimately expand my contact. See, your network is there. You want to expand the contacts.
Through your network.
Through my network. Ooh, y'all didn't get it. See, I connected my contacts here. How do I now get this email? How do I get them to open up?
So wait, so if you go out with the mindset of how can I expand my net, that could change the whole way you function during the daytime?
Yeah, not even how can I expand my network? How can I expand my contacts?
That's what I mean.
How can I connect? So your job is, how do I connect to my network? How do you connect to your network? So my son has people he knows that I don't know. How do I get to connect to those people? How do I get him to connect me to the people that he knows who are in my network, because I'm connected to him. How do I get them to connect me to more people?
So that goes back to the power strip. You plug into your plugs. Each time you plug into one more plug, it's going to give you more power.
It's going to give me more power. I already know. How do I get to the, see, most of y'all are so busy worried about, well, I don't know nobody. See, if I didn't know nobody, I just told you all these somebody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, some 7 connections. That's just a few of the connections that came through Aurelio. Gertie is a connection I had through Aurelio. I can call Gertie. Gertie's now a contact, right? So I'm connected to Gertie through my connection I have with Aurelio. Can y'all catch that?
It's a beautiful thing once you really understand it.
Y'all see there, Jock, once you got to see, I go in knowing that this has existed, that the network exists already. That's why I talk about Facebook, what Sean Parker did with Facebook. What he did was, I'm like, why is this jumping? I'm thinking this was jumping, but it's you cut your chicken. The Jock's so checked it. So you wonder why he's shaking. Jock is shaking the table. Like, is that making sense to y'all right there in Zoom land?
Yeah.
Talk to me. I only heard from the people in real life. The Zoom landers.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. Making sense.
So now you start to see, and see, here's the frustrating part. I'm gonna talk to my leaders on the line. Can I talk to my leaders on the line?
Listening.
All right, this is to my leaders on the line. I'm gonna free some of y'all. I'm gonna release some stress for some of y'all. All right, y'all can call me Uncle Erik Stress Release. Not Uncle Erik, because Uncle Jock. Y'all can call me Sir Stress Release. I'm gonna free some of y'all up. Y'all stressed up, y'all wound up, y'all wrapped too tight. See, some of y'all leaders come talk about my team ain't doing. My team ain't what they ain't. 1, 2, 3. My team ain't. Jock, you ever heard that? My team ain't? My teammate. Some of y'all have done my teammate. Erik, my teammate did, but they ain't doing this, they ain't doing that, blah, blah, blah. What I hear, and so y'all, if I ever feel like a jerk to some of y'all, I apologize. But what I hear is not my teammate. You ain't. You have not understood that there's a network of people all around them. You don't understand the power of that one person. in your organization. You think they are the one. They may not be Neo. They may not be the one. Are y'all getting that? So when you say my teammate, well, this person right here, you got to get good at, they're connected to somebody besides them. Everybody's connected to somebody. You got to get good at getting them to make the connection for you. I don't know if Naj is on the line. Naj was like, Eric, I got a guy who knows a lot of people, and she's going to set the people up. I don't know, Naj on the line, she made say, Eric, huh? And she was like, Eric, what should I say? He's going to make these connections. He's going to set the people up. I say, man, Naj, you really don't care. If he gives you the list, it don't matter. It don't matter the introduction, but how she introduced me. Here's the thing I told her. I don't care. I know how to do this introduction myself. I can, hey, Billy, hey, John, Billy, hey, number 2, Billy Bob, hey, John, Billy Bob gave me your number and said I should call you. That's more important. What are you going to say when you pick up that phone and call him? That's the important, not the, hey, he connected me. What is he going to say? I don't care. He's not going to say anything good enough that's going to say, oh, hey, y'all, Naj is calling me, and so you're going to buy insurance from her. They don't know they're going to buy insurance because Billy Bob gave you a number. They're going to buy insurance from her. All you looking for was a warm lead. A warm lead. You got to become confident in what you do. You got to be good at all I ever needed. Give me a warm lead. Give me somebody I can say, hey, Billy Bob. Oh, Billy Bob. Because now we got something in common. That's all I'm looking for. I'm not looking for Billy Bob to sell the insurance. I needed a common ground.
And this becomes a lot more warmer approach than even if you bought the lead.
Even if you bought the lead, because there's no common ground. See, when you connect, I'm gonna give y'all some master classes on connection. When you connecting, you got to find something common ground. Hey, John, if I meet you in person, we did it the other day. I think it was me and Gertie. Hey, Gertie, you got kids. Hey, how you doing? So-and-so. Tell me about you. Oh, you like that? Oh, you this? I'm looking for people buy from people we know, like, and trust. That's what our brain says. Somebody I know, like, and trust. So how do you trust people? You trust people typically by people who are doing something similar to what you're doing. Like, if you ever walk down the street, I don't want to offend anybody because I know we got people from different races, different denominations. I don't know how y'all white folks do it, Mike or Ruth. I just don't know. But I know in my community, if I see another brother, they give him a little, hey, what's up? We give him a little, what's up here? Hey, now, anybody seen that before? Yeah. Like, hey, what's up? Girls, y'all do the right thing. Hey, the girls do the hey, the guys are, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, right? Okay. We connect. Because why? Because our skin tone, we may have a similar background. I don't know. You say, what's up? Somebody, hey, you ain't scoring so, brother. Like, oh, brother, I don't know. Maybe, we might not be connected. So, you're like, hey, so all blacks don't connect. I don't want to get that right. But it's something connecting there. Are y'all with me? So when I get a referral from number 2 gives me instant connection. I don't care who number 2 is. Number 2 is connected to that person. So now we have a commonality. So all I was looking for was a common ground. I still got to do my pitch over here to A. So number 2, you're going to give me A, B, and C.
Eric, you just said something though.
What's that?
Connected on common ground.
Yeah.
You getting that with number 2.
Number 2 gives me common ground to A, B, and C.
Yeah.
I don't care. But number 2 ain't the big superstar. Number 2 gives you common ground to A, B, and C. Because I can say, hey, man, number 2, right? Number 2 is a good guy. Number 2 owe me money. What? Man, I thought he was kind of a little shaky. But hey, no problem. I'll go with the flow because I'm talking to A now, right? Oh, okay. Number 2 is a great guy. What? Number 2 is a great guy? I don't know. You sure you're right? Hey, I don't know. I just met number 2 for real. I do like the guy say, I don't really know them,
Right.
So you can switch up. It don't matter. Okay, cool. But hey, this is why they thought highly of you. No matter how you thought about number 2. Number 2 thought real highly of you and said, you know what, this is something you might be interested in. Oh, really? Well, what do you got? See, I still got my pitch, but my pitch was common ground, number 2. Are y'all with me? We used to do telemarketing job, and I pitched. I still remember the call. The call where we say, hey, Mr. Jones, this is Eric calling from SPU. We sell sump pumps. I didn't know what a sump pump was. I wasn't a homeowner. I was a college student. I don't know what a sump pump was.
Gotta call SPU already.
Got it. Hey, Mr. Josh, do me something. Hey, Mr. Jones, this is Eric calling from SPU. Maybe seen our commercial. Should have called SPU, Harvey. We would refer them to maybe they saw a commercial. That was the line. Setting common ground. You saw the commercial. You know who we are. Oh, so Mr. Jones, let me ask you this question. And then we went to our sales pitch. Hello, common ground. Establish it. This is what this person does. It gives you common ground to the connection. So are y'all understanding that part? How do I get to my network? Establish. Yes.
What if, using this example, right?
Mhm.
What if you don't even get anywhere with those three people? What does Eric Robinson do with those three?
I now got it. That's a new contact. That's
Yeah.
my new contact.
And you can
They
dig
know-
deeper into their network.
They know somebody too. They know X. They know Y and Z.
Yep.
I now have a new contact. I'm gonna show y'all something. This right here, Josh. What's in my note? I'm just gonna drop my phone.
Young Money Millionaires under Takesha Carr.
Yeah. So see, I got this person. He's a young money man. Elijah was a young money millionaire under Takesha Carr. So I put people the reference when I put things in there. I'm like, hey, who's the reference? How did I meet this person? That's in my phone contact. So I now create my phone contact, and I'm like, hey, this is so and so and so and so under that person, right? How did I meet them? So I can kind of always reference who's my contact. You know, like right here, this is the new business partner. What does it say there?
Recruiting by Tawana.
Yeah. So this is the new gentleman Juan. He's a recruit from Tawana. So I know he's my contact. Are y'all with me? So if I can go back to Tawana and type her name in and all the people who maybe she referred me and I got their numbers, I created contact. They're now in my, it's funny, your phone, it says it right there, contacts.
So wait, that's a good habit to get into. When you meet people, even if you met them through somebody else, because you're still looking at it like that's still my network.
That's still my
And
network.
that's a contact in my network.
That's a contact in my network. So if Takesha goes sideways and say I'm out of here or whatever, I got a new contact. See, the contact doesn't break because this person jumps out to go someplace else.
You still got connection.
I got a new connection. See, I'm building my business. I'm connecting through my network because then everybody's always getting new contacts. As they get new contacts, that builds my network. I don't know they exist just yet, but I'm telling y'all the mindset. So leaders, when you start saying my team ain't doing nothing, the question is, what are you doing?
People pay for access, right?
Yeah.
Through this process and this formula and this skill, you're now gaining access the further you go into person's network.
Brother, I got access to, if you understand, I got access to the CEOs of companies, Jamie Prickett through Aurelio.
Mhm.
I understand the value of my access. I got access to the EOC. I got access to Frank. I got access to all these people, millionaire people. I got access to so many people who've done so many wonderful, amazing things through contact through other people.
But it's because you've been conscious of it. You're conscious of it the whole time you're gaining access.
I'm conscious of it. That's why I go places to try to create contacts so I can gain access to there because I can expand my network. If I can get another contact, my network I multiplied my network. Now what I'm doing is some of y'all got people like sitting on them, like doing what?
So y'all see what I'm trying to paint a deeper picture too of how don't just stop at one person. You could start with you being the person that seemingly says, I don't have anybody. You can start with 3 or 4 people and turn that into hundreds of people if you keep digging down.
Meredith is a natural connector. So because I know Meredith is a natural connector, me and you had conversation, Meredith got these names. Got all these people, got all these people, got all these people. There's sometimes you may get frustrated. Meredith got all these people. You go, Meredith, make all these people. You need to call these people. You need to call these people. Has that ever happened before?
Yeah.
Yep.
But guess what? Guess what I always tell Josh? If she gave you the people, that's all you need. You don't need her.
Right.
I'm talking to somebody at 3 o'clock today without her that's in her network.
See, it was supposed to be that way. See, once you start to understand, I don't care. She gave me the name. No, I just connect. Hey, you met with my Meredith. Hey, you know Meredith. Boom, 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 boom. I'm a run until the wheels fall off. You follow me? I'm a run until the wheels fall off. Think about it. Darren does a lot with our team. Works a lot with our team. Darren understands the principle. He bypasses Bhupinder, Andrea, Delroy, Myron, Tasso, and something, even Aurelio. Say, Eric, I'm gonna work with you. Why? Because I realize you got a lot of connection. And in your connections, I can expand my network through your connection. I made a connection. Darren's smart, like, oh, let me see who's running. See, leaders get good. He's like, oh, let me see who's running. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Let me connect with that person. That person got some contacts. Let me connect with that person. I help him expand his network. How many people ever have a connection that got a contact with Darren directly now? Through my connection, Darren has a contact with a whole bunch of people. And he got contact with people act like they forget how they got contacted with them, right? But they don't, you follow me?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Y'all catching that. He's a really good master of his network. Sometimes some people call it in this business, digging deeper. What do you call that? Tap rooting, driving deep. Take this next connection to the next connection to the next connection to the next connection. And sometimes we say you one recruit away from an explosion. Here's the problem. Most of y'all don't know how to spot, the recruit. Look, just about all of y'all got the recruit already in your team. Why? Because this person knew this person, who knew this person, who knew this person, who was connected to whole bunch of people, but you never got here because this person, yeah, they ain't doing nothing. So you never got no connection out of them. Now, let me tell y'all what we're supposed to do. Let's go back to the system. Quick start. What does the system say? We got it in the writing.
Set your VGO up.
Step one, set your VGO, and we say do what? Make
Top 25 to
a, see, if you get that one connection, this is you.
That's a
You
tip.
tell A to make that list of 25, you get the list.
That's access.
You just got 25 new connections. I don't know nobody. I knew A gave me to list of 25. A only gave me a list of 5. Okay, that's cool. But do I drive the 5? What about the 5? They did nothing. So what do you got to do? Maybe the 5 can train somebody else. Tic-tac-toe. I don't know, whatever. However you got to expand it. So most people like, oh man, he a bum. He ain't did nothing. He ain't did a video. I'm trying to get him to do something, Eric. I've been trying. They don't listen to me. I won't listen to you either. I'm going to tell y'all straight.
Thinking.
This is where you gotta get creative.
Say it again, Dr. Meri.
Thinking.
Thinking. Y'all
Run.
ain't want the people to listen to you. Y'all ain't listening. It's in writing. Make your champ list. Top 25. Like we got a young lady on the Zoom. Chanel. And I apologize because I haven't really had a chance to spend some time with her because I'm telling some of y'all where my mind is. Like I gotta spend some time with Chanel. She said, Eric, I got a list of people. I'm like, oh, whatever we gotta do, stop. She said, Eric, this is where she's at. She's such a champion. She said, Eric, I'm in Louisiana. In New Orleans, I'm thinking about I need to take off and come meet you face to face then. I need some time. Now she's been there for a while. I met her through her sister who I met through Facebook, right? And me and her sister connected and we just become friends. And Dr. Meri knows it too. So Dr. Meri's been her sister's house. I don't want nobody thinking all hokey pokey stuff, right? And she came to our birthday party. Some of y'all met her too. But I was like, her sister, she knows she's her sister. Like, I ain't doing the business. Eric, I can't do that. I'm ex-military. I just can't do that. But I'm like, I know she knows somebody that I don't know. Watch when Chanel's gonna blow up. This lady's a superstar in the way. He said, hey, I want to come up to you. I gotta come spend some time with you. I'll pay to travel and go there. She's gonna be explosive. Why? Because I do somebody who ain't trying to want to do this through social media. They know somebody that I understand the process. Are y'all with me? See, some of y'all don't get it. Y'all so busy worried about, oh, when I'm gonna get my breakthrough. Lord, when you gonna pray for me? When I'm gonna get my blessing? Because I done put 7 people in front of you and did nothing.
You see the question that Mary asked?
What if they possess it? Boom, boom, boom. And they don't want you to contact and you keep saying, it depends. Here's that's a great question. Sometimes people get possessive with their people. So what do? You got to figure this out, right? So what I might do is say, hey, I'll have somebody else contact them until I develop a relationship. Sometimes it's something that somebody says that says, hey, I don't want you to work with my people because they're saying, I don't know what you're doing. How do you do that? Let me tell y'all the best way. I told you everybody. Y'all don't want to hear the truth. Y'all done ask, y'all done got the truth now. You want to find out how to get people. Most of y'all tuned into Frank, because Frank, like, I'm the top money earner. I'm ready to cross $1 million. I'm showing y'all, he said, I came in the beginning with 17 people. Now I'm at scoring on 1,700. I started with 17. He said, I went out there and wrote on my own pen, personal. Now remember, this is after years, 15 years in another country. This is after putting in 15 hard years of work. He said, I still had to go out there. I came over here and start writing on my own pen. Start producing, start keeping to the stand, start keeping stuff. Boom, 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 boom. So then I can show you. Some people don't like them, but I can show you. If you ain't got no track record to show nobody, then anybody want to listen to you. I'm just telling you straight up truth.
That's what Raza told me out the gate. He said, first, go produce, get on the scoreboard, because that's going to be like the worm on your hook.
Because people know, can you do it? Can I get you to 6 figures? I might not be getting to $1 million, but I can get 6 figures. I've done it in multiple companies, multiple times. I've done it on the job early in my career, done it in multiple companies, network marketing, done it here. So I can show you. So y'all, you can say what you want to say. Eric, I don't like you, but you want to get to where you want to go. I can show you how to do it. Jock, you got a 6-figure ring too?
Yes, sir.
Oh, we got multiple 6-figure rings. Rarely got a 6-figure ring. We got them in the organization, so we can show you. So that's what you do. But until then, what you got to do, you work around. So this is you. This is Mr. Possessor. And they got a couple of people. They think they own them. Well, guess what you do? I'm going to go to my executive director, ED. Eric, hey, I need you to relay a message. What did we do yesterday? Andrea said, let me go to Frank. Frank, I need you to relay a message. I need you to relay a message to my team. Why? Because I ain't really been active as well. So she's brought in Jamie last week, and she brought in Frank. See, you don't care how the message get to them, long as the message get to them. And then eventually, they're going to start to see, guess what? Ooh, you on the scoreboard. You got to introduce you on the scoreboard. These people, there's not an umbrella big enough that eventually they're going to see your name. But if they don't see your name, I'm trying to tell you, they're like, why am I listening to you if I don't see your name? So I always tell people I got the plaques in the back. And some of my plaques are personal plaques. They're not all, it's just because you override your team, because you got rides, because you got jogging, you got it. No, I got my own personal production plaques, y'all. Like, say what you want to say. I'm just telling you how I did it.
And you just showed another example of plugging a network. You took your whole network, plugged it into her network.
Yeah.
Now we got two networks that can broaden their contact.
Broaden the contact. And Mary said, you can't write business right now because I'm in a pre-licensing course. Okay, so then guess what? You got to show them some other way. Like, I'm in a pre-licensing course, then you got to figure out the Florida law. I don't know. You just got to figure it out. Show them some kind of way. Then maybe I go on the recruiting side, right? So maybe I'm on the board recruit. They say, oh man, I see your name up there. You recruiting, you build a team. You follow me? See, what people don't want to feel like is you're the boss, and I know. Tell me, follow me. So then they say, okay, I'm here. But what is your track record? I guarantee you, Mary, you had a 6-figure ring. Did you guarantee? I guarantee like, oh, let me listen to Mary. I got something to say.
Pre-licensing course failed to ED in the pre-licensing course.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm just telling y'all how to get people to follow, how do you tap root. So then that's what I'm saying. So don't worry about your partners. See, if you worry about your partners, then guess what? Go fucking recruit, excuse my language, go freaking recruit somebody else. And if they don't want to follow you, then go recruit somebody else. And after a while, you're gonna start realizing they ain't following you. And guess what? Maybe it's you. Then you just change you. Are y'all with me? I'm just telling y'all, I gotta keep it real for y'all. I'm trying to get y'all the game. Some people don't want to hear it. I'm giving y'all the blueprint. How do I know this blueprint work? Because I did it. They didn't just, hey, Erik and Meri, we want y'all to be on the ELC just because y'all we like y'all.
A lot of people give you a blueprint and just tell you to go find your way. So Erik, I appreciate the how-tos.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Because see, I've done this, y'all. I'm trying to. I'm able to give y'all the how-to. They ain't giving y'all this nowhere else. And they say, hey, make a list, go do this, stuff things. Hey, you got to think like a champion, feel like a winner. I get it. Frank gave you the boom, 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 6 figures, boom, 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 6 figures. Go make 6 figures. Go figure it out. He tells you, just go do it.
Excuse me, Erik.
He didn't break down the network on that. So people are like, oh yeah, okay, but now what?
Excuse me, Erik.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you talk more about posture? Like when you're actually onboarding and starting that new person, what kind of posture should you have that makes them want you to follow you?
I said it today on the call. Some of y'all wasn't here on the call. This old fashioned, remember, I grew up with the Flintstone days, okay? Here's a car. Car's moving. Some of y'all, your questions are focused on the people who ain't in the car. What are they doing? How come we ain't doing this? How we get this? What you need to be doing is celebrate the people in the car. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Go, Mike, go. See, you start celebrating the people in the car, the people who are on the sideline watching, how come you ain't celebrating me? Hey, coach, why you ain't shout me out, coach? You ain't in the car. You ain't shout you out. Guess what? Get where?
Get in the car.
In the car.
Get in the car and then get on the scoreboard. Every Monday, Mary gets out the scoreboard and say, hey, this person did policies. Y'all don't realize we do the 100 family march, right? The Mission 100. She tells the people who wrote a policy and who recruited somebody. And people, they some people like I can tell the people ain't doing enough because they don't shout out. They like, oh yeah. The people, ooh, go ahead, go girl. It's either they somebody on your team or it's you. Every time, Jamie, when he does his list, the people quiet are they celebrate somebody's on their team. Way to go, right? Hey, way to go, Johnny. He's because Johnny's on your team, right? Hernan, hey, good job. Come on, Simon. Go, Simon, go. You star, you're a stud. Hernan's always loud, celebrating people on his team. So why do we do our scoreboard? We know most of the people on our team can't get to the company scoreboard. Yeah. So we celebrate, not yet. Right. So we celebrate those on the scoreboard, even on the smaller level. Some of the people on our team, they don't cheer because they're like, oh man, because I ain't on the scoreboard, I ain't got nobody on the scoreboard. You start getting people on the scoreboard and celebrate the heck out of people on the scoreboard. Watch what happens to the ones who ain't listening. Every time you recruit somebody, Tony Burke, he's like, man, gotta sign up another one. Ooh, got another one. Hey, got another one. Then people are like, man, Tony, you couldn't that man, but Erik, he always cheering. What's he said, didn't he slow down? So you gotta keep no. Man, my phone keep thinking. I don't care. Let it keep
That's
thinking.
inspiration.
That's a part of being a leader.
That's inspiration.
Huh?
That's inspiration. That inspires me. That's why I be out here like, I gotta get. I tell them every day, hey, I'm trying to catch you.
Marcella just had a policy. I had to sit Marcella. Can I share a conversation we had, Marcella?
Yeah.
We had a conversation. She called me. She's like, Erik, man, this company, I don't know why they act that way. Hold on, Marcella. You got to pump the brakes.
Well, I'm going down the street.
I ain't going down the street, not on a Saturday. You called me. You sold a policy. You need to be doing cheering, jumping jacks. Maybe that's my fault because you're not doing jumping jacks. Maybe it's my fault you're not doing jumping jacks. But you shouldn't be complaining because you got to do a delivery. That's part of the process. That's part of what we do. We got to deliver the policy. We're insurance agents. So you sold a policy, and now after the policy sold, you got to do something like, no, man, don't care. But this company asking this company, I don't care. You got to celebrate that. You're in the freaking game. I don't care what your life is. My life is falling around. I don't care. I do care because I like you and I know you, but you're in the game. Celebrate. Let's cheer that. I haven't been the best cheerleader I should be. Are y'all with me? Mm-hmm. So how do you get your team to follow you? If you start going out there and we cheering you and you're doing something and you're celebrating your people, they're gonna say, oh man, she always celebrating people. See, people know Tony Burke. He ain't got the biggest team. But man, Tony Burke recruit another one. Tony Burke's out there. Tony Burke. I hate some Tony Burke, right? Mm-hmm. See, some people are talking. I'm telling you, don't become the talking heads. There's some people out there talking, but they ain't done nothing. And I'm having a hard time really just listening to people who ain't doing nothing. Seriously, I'm sorry. Because I got to go to another level in my business. Are y'all with me? Yeah. I'm not where I need. We got an all-star team, and we can't be getting beat by boys clubs.
Can't be like
we got a USA basketball squad. They like, we got to come home with the gold.
So Erik.
Yes.
I hear you telling me, this is me. I don't know what nobody else is here. I hear you telling me that I'm not doing enough.
I'm not saying you're not doing enough, Keisha. Maybe you ain't doing the right things. Guess what? You gotta make sure everybody on your team is celebrating. I'm the loudest cheerleader. And when they do something to Keisha Carr, boom, to Keisha Carr, you out to Keisha Carr. Cynthia Swiggett, when they do, we gotta do more. We gotta pour more. We gotta recruit more, pour more, score more, 3x5. Let's get on the Entrepreneurs Lounge. We got to shout out when somebody makes the Entrepreneurs Lounge. Hey, y'all, you trying to get to the Entrepreneurs Lounge? It may sound hokey pokey, but it only sounds hokey pokey to the people who ain't going to the damn dance. And we got to stop worrying about the people who are not in the car, who are not going to the dance, who are not going to get on the Zoom, who ain't going to listen to you. I ain't worried about the ones who ain't going to listen to you. What about the ones who are listening to you? Yeah. When was the last time you shouted them out? So I don't care. So what we got to do is when we get off the Zoom, y'all got to take a picture, right? Screenshot, shout us out. Man, we just came from the bomb training. Man, this train was boom. We say that, people say that. It's 24 people. Y'all, we got 24 people on here during the daytime on a Tuesday. Do y'all understand what that means? Woo! I got my future granddaughter, mama, on the line. She's not even in the business, right? I'm so excited. I got KJ on the line. Y'all don't understand. KJ is the mother to my soon-to-be granddaughter. She may be coming next week. She's on the line. I'm like, yeah. I don't care what y'all say, but see, I gotta celebrate that. I can't keep that internally. So I'm working on Erik because I can't keep that internally. I gotta celebrate that. Are y'all with me? We can't be too cool that we don't. That's what we gotta do. And so, Meri, to answer your question, I hear what you're saying. When you start doing that, guess what? You're on the school board. You start finding kind of way. You start recruiting. You start talking about the people. You start praising the people who are doing some things, right? Then guess what? And those who ain't doing it, you got to keep constantly recruiting, keep constantly recruiting. The people who ain't recruiting ain't the ones who ain't doing nothing. Those are the ones who are always worried about it. You ain't gonna be able to sit back and tell you the team you got. Somebody told me this. The team that got you there will not be the team that's going to keep you there. It's not going to be the team that's going to get you there. Then Jock ran to executive director, could not write a policy, but he was on the scoreboard. Why? Because he started recruiting and his team started moving. Are you with me? So do you do what you can do? I don't want to. I never said you wasn't doing the best you can. I'm going to help you. I'm telling you, you got to do whatever the freaking stuff you got to do. I told y'all, can I get permission to speak freely? Y'all said yes, right? I asked y'all permission. I don't care what you got to do, right? It's not about you, Meri. You saying about how do you help the other people who ain't listening, right? Then celebrate the people who are listening. You follow me? Like, I don't worry about the people who ain't listening.
I do that. Sorry, I do that. I do
then
that.
Don't worry about the people who ain't listening, because the people who ain't gonna listen to you ain't gonna listen to you. Celebrate the people who are in the car, not the people who ain't in the car. See, I'm not gonna listen to all the other stuff that don't matter. I told y'all this ain't feelings. I'm giving y'all the real game. I'm telling y'all how it works. I'm telling you how you got to get there.
Okay, I got Mr. Erik, this is good teaching. I just want to say that. This is Mr. Offer. You're doing a good job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Because see, I don't see. We start worrying about the people who ain't doing this and all my God. Man, we ain't got time for this. I hope y'all. What I'm telling her is, guess what? Don't worry about the people who can't do, who ain't doing, who ain't listening to you. Follow the people who are listening to you. Period. That's it.
And take this lesson to those people.
She said, Erik, I'm doing these things. Then that's what you got to do. Keep doing it. When I can't take my test, I ain't got time to hear about what you can't do.
I got a question.
Yes.
I just wanted you to expand on what you were just talking about while you're studying for the exam.
what you can do to build yourself or your team? I mean,
Absolutely. That's a great question. Remember we talked about your network?
yes,
None of this has anything to do with your exam. What part of my statement had anything to do with taking the license test?
none.
That was all your internal. Well, I said connect with people you can connect with and then keep expanding the connection, right? So guess what? I may not be able to write the policies. Here's a great example. Jock had somebody writing the policies in his team. Jock, let me tell you, but the first month you got licensed, when you finally got your license, he failed the test 6 times. By the time he got licensed, he had a team of people on his agency. The month he got licensed, he ran to executive director that month because he had the production, had the recruiting, and he was giving the deals away. I was like, man, Jock, man, I was mad at him because I'm like, the money was going to me because I was licensed. I was getting something to override. I'm like, man, I'm getting overrides. But I said, Jock, man, this one time I said, man, pass the test, bro, because this is $8,000 here. I ain't mad at you. I'll take the 8 grand, but if you had your license, it'd been 8 grand.
Right.
Amazing how smart he got that next week. He passed the test. So, but he didn't stop doing. So, Jock, if maybe you'd be the good person to answer that question than me, playing without the ball.
Can you hear me? So basically, like Erik just said, there's different ways you can still work, even if you're studying for the test, or even if you have other restrictions or complications, or what could be like speed bumps, potholes, or whatever. The big thing is just really stick to what we're talking about. Really keep everything simple. Still do the 3x5, right? You can do the 3x5 by taking that example that Erik just gave you on the board and just start working your network. Because you're going to find that some people are going to fall into wanting to join you to be a client. Some people are going to want to join you in business. But if you're somebody that lacks resources, create your resource by just tap rooting into the network that you already have access to. Now it's just accessing people to access their network. Access people, access their network. Talk to them about what it is you do, and just keep growing, just grow your business. If you're not licensed, that's just going to fuel you to really have to pass your test. Before I knew it, I had to pass the test because I was giving away too much money. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just kept passing my wife and I. So hopefully that answers your question.
Anybody? So I'm
Yes, Erik.
yes.
Sorry, I had my hand up.
Go ahead, Takesha.
So, going back, Dr. Meri said something about changing posture. And that's one thing that I had to be conscious of. Just changing my posture when it came to dealing with my particular team. Posture within the organization and the agency, sometimes it was easy, right? But sometimes when you're recruiting and those people that you're recruiting are the people that you're very familiar with, sometimes it's hard to, to gain the extra respect that you deserve, right? So changing posture was one thing I had to do. I had a licensed agent to call me today and wanted to do a quote, and it hurt me like I don't know what to tell him. No, we're not doing a quote. You haven't gone through onboarding. You haven't gone through training. So until you do that, we can't do any quotes. Like no green sheets, no quotes.
Here's the thing. Increasing solution. I'm gonna come back to you. We'll go answer what's your question, increasing solution.
Yes, sir. Oh, hey. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've just been following up back here. Okay. So I have a question. You know how in the morning I know you made mention you talked about it about connections and network. Like you said like connections are the people you know, and your network is like the people that people that your connections know.
Mm-hmm.
My question now is on Facebook or LinkedIn, because this is a social media platform. If you a friend with someone and you don't know them, like how do you kind of start off that conversation?
Remember I told you I'm gonna get there. I said it was predictable. I'm gonna show you how to make this thing predictable, right?
Okay.
How you can I'm gonna show you the exactly way to make this so predictable. Okay. I don't spend a lot of time somebody fight me on the limitation. Okay. This is not the platform to fight me on limitations. This is why? This is my platform. 1. Okay, that's just period. But 2, because that's what we got to change, right? If you listen, she said, Erik, I'm not able to write any business because I have to take the pre-licensing course again. Please give me some grace. She asked the question, what if the partners you're recruiting are very possessive and they don't want you to contact them and keep expanding, just keep expanding my contacts, okay? So if somebody's recruiting you and they don't want you to contact the people, they're telling you something about you, or it might be something about them. So then what do? What I said you got to do, keep it moving. right? You keep moving, get on the scoreboard. Well, I can't get on the scoreboard. It just goes back to this question. Somebody said, hey, Eric, what if I'm not licensed? It's the same thing. What part, the scoreboard, let's talk about the scoreboard. Experience scoreboard is made up of what?
It's made up of your
Production
team,
from
your production, personal production, and team production.
personal production in what areas? Insurance,
Life insurance and annuities.
annuities, or they call it investments, and what?
Assets under management.
Recruiting.
Yes, recruiting.
So it's the three categories. They got insurance. If you look at the scoreboard, it's three categories that makes up the scoreboard. See, here's the thing. That's, remember I told you some people who don't look at the scoreboard. I tell people don't look at the scoreboard, but most people don't look at the scoreboard because you ain't nowhere near the scoreboard, right? But let's just go to the scoreboard because I want to. This is going to help. Oh, this is going to help some people right here. This is going to help some of y'all get to where you need to go. And I know we're way over time, but I want y'all to understand what it takes to get to where you got to go, right? Because if you don't turn it up, and somebody say, hey, you know what? And I think Erik should say, I'm doing the best I can. Your people, understand, your recruits, your team, your prospects, they don't care about you doing the best. They do, you do the best you can, but you got to get it done. You got, the scoreboard don't care about the best you can. We don't get, what you call participation awards. Are y'all catching that? There's not participation award. Can y'all see my scoreboard? Can y'all see this right here? I click on the scoreboard, company scoreboard.
Yes.
This is what it's going to say. Production, products is either insurance, investments, or recruiting or licensed agents or application counts. So if I can't do applications, the only thing I can personally do is now what? Recruit. I can do licensed agents or application. I can only recruit. So guess what? I got to get on the scoreboard for recruiting then. Let's go month to date. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at month to date. Top person, number 8. Number 1, it says 8.5. Number 2, Agent Robinson. She's getting on the scoreboard, right? With 7. Number 3 is under Agent Robinson. Ed Meri is under Agent Robinson. Agent Robinson, man, my team's on the scoreboard. So she can say, man, my team is on the scoreboard. Look, Nancy Rojas. See, somebody looked and say, Eric, guess what? Your name is on the scoreboard under Agent Robinson number 2 as by somebody personally recruited. Nancy Rojas is on, you know what I mean, as your upline ED. So Eric, as your upline ED, Jock Meredith Vaughn is the upline ED. So, Jock, you and Meredith, Eric and Meri, y'all on the scoreboard. Your name's on the scoreboard. Are y'all catching that? So, but then what does it take to person get on the personal scoreboard? Let's see here. Rogers makes sure, hey, I'm personally on the scoreboard. Bam. Okay, I'm on a personal scoreboard. 4. To get on the company scoreboard, 3 recruits. Dr. Teresa, she comes on the call. She's on the company scoreboard. But y'all think about this. It's taking three recruits. Is 3 recruits a lot of recruits to get there? I'm gonna ask y'all the question. Is 3 recruits in the
No. That's our minimum, 3 by 5.
Especially if you would, again, what if you were getting paid $100,000 a month to get 3 recruits and $5,000 annual premium?
Isaiah Robinson, he's on the score. He's number 67. He needs to get 1 more. Bam. But Eric and Meri, my name's up again. Hey, Sherelle Lowry. Guess what? Eric and Meri, but Sherelle is under Meri. You follow what I'm saying?
Look, I was at the almost, I made the almost scoreboard.
Yeah. So Sherelle is, so if I'm Meri, I'm shouting out Sherelle. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, Meri, I'm shouting out Sherelle. Guess who else on the scoreboard? Mary Wilson. So I got to do a better job. Remember I said I got to do a better job shouting out? So Mary Wilson, you're on the scoreboard. Your team is on the scoreboard. So when you say you're doing the best you can, like, that's what I'm saying. You get on the scoreboard. Now, amp it up. So now, because they're going to shout out the top what? Don't get me wrong. You're in the top 100 out of, this is licensed out of 1,500 licensed agents and probably another 10,000 people. So you're in the top 100 out of 10,000? Y'all, come on. You got, I got to do better. You with me? So I'm just telling you how the mindset got to be. Well, guess what? If you really want to get recognized, then you need to get up. You need to what? Get up to 4 or 5. You need to get 2 more.
You got to bring the heat because they bringing it.
Are y'all with me? So so if I bring my heat and I'm up there, now my team is going to start to do what?
They're going to bring the heat too because they want to be on the board too.
Even if they don't produce, they at least will listen to you. Are you with me? So even if you don't producing, your team is going to start to at least do what? Listen to you. Are y'all catching that? So now the board we really got to get to, for us, we got to now start getting to this board. We got to have some of our team members on the production board because this is the one that makes you money. So we start looking at the production board like, oh man, this is the board we got to get to. Are y'all with me? But until I get to this board, Reem Kadeem, she's like a Hollywood actress and still doing policies, right? So this is the board we got to get back. This is the green sheet book. We got to get. I'm like, oh man, okay, Eric. Oh,
I'm
man.
on that,
Keep your
Eric.
cards on that board.
Oh, hold on. Let me rewind the Alpine. Let's go back. So guess what? What we got to do a better job. Remember I said I got to do a better job at celebrating?
Right there, number 14.
See, so I got to do a better job to celebrating Takesha Carr. She's number 14. What?
Woo, 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 woo. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. See, so we got to bring
All
that
right,
heat to the top.
Keisha.
These are the things that we have to, as leaders, I'm telling y'all what it takes. We got to, my car is gone. We got to celebrate
People in the car.
the people in the car.
That's doing it.
See, so I should have known that. Are y'all with me? But I'm gonna get on Jock, because that's on Jock. So I'm gonna jump on Jock, but I'm gonna jump on myself at the same time. But that's what we got to do.
Eric, I made a pact with my team that I was gonna show them how to get the SM. I started building under my son's leg to put him in SM and showing them how to do it, just starting out. And I'm like, yo, come on, people. If I can do it twice, you can do it once. So
Come on. See,
Just pass it.
we got to tap root. Keep tap root. That's
hold
all.
on. But look else is on the board. Ashley, come on, y'all.
Mhm.
Woo, woo.
Clap it up, Ash.
Clap it up. See,
Congratulations.
this is what I'm saying. Like, we really got to get good at celebrating this, and we got to dominate both boards. Are y'all with me? And I'm upset, Eric. I got to get my name on the board. Period. So watch. I got to get on the board. So I'm busy, but every day I'm hustling. I don't care. We got to do what? Get on the board, right? So we got to start really celebrating and promote. Like, hey, this is where we at. So this is the key. Getting the licensed agent account. This is going to be the key. That's what I'm telling y'all. We all got access to this.
The whole thing is just knowing the ease of the people we really got connections to.
Yeah, the connections. So I don't want to get past this, so we got sidetracked. Let me bring it back to connections. So let's just talk about really the connection. I'm wrapping up in 5 minutes. The predictability. Okay, y'all ready? How do you remember? I said most people are afraid to talk, and it's because they're afraid to, right? They don't know how to respond. How do you do things that's predictable, right? I'm telling y'all heard of this before. We call it form. You connect with people through form. F stands for what? Family.
Family.
O stands for occupation.
Occupation,
R stands for what?
recreation.
And M stands for what?
Hold on.
Money.
Money.
So you can predict what somebody's going to say. Most people don't want to say something because they're scared of what somebody's going to say. Eric, I don't know what they're going to say. I'm not sure. I don't want to talk to them. I don't know about what they're going to say. Here's the thing. If you know what they're going to say, so I'm connected to this person, one. Done, man. How you doing? Great. Ooh, man, what's been going on? You know, hey, long time no see, man. How's the family? Oh, doing well. I got a grandkid coming up. Oh, grandchildren. Where y'all going vacation at? I don't know, I don't know what you thought about that, man. You don't know you're going on vacation with the grandkids? Y'all don't take a family trip? Nah, why not? Why do most people don't take a family trip? Because it comes two things that come down to
Money and time.
See, y'all gotta understand. I can predict. I make sure all my conversations fall back into two categories. I can predict what they're going to say because it's going to drive back down to money and time. That's what I'm offering people, a way to make more money or the way to have more time. Some people got a lot of money, but they ain't got a lot of time. Some people got a lot of time, but they ain't got a lot of money, right? Some people are unemployed. I got a lot of time, but I ain't got no money to do nothing. So everything I can do is predictable. When I'm talking to John, family, boom, just met. Now, hey, Eric, you talk to this person's contact, right? So I'm calling this person's contact. Hey, Bob, you know, I got your main name from Johnny. Johnny said, you know, you're a sharp business person. Is that true? Yeah, that's true. You know, he said, hey, man, you know, he said you're making a lot of money. Making a lot of money? Well, what do you do for a living? Or I say, John, or I may say, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a barber. And so I got your name from John. He said you're a sharp person, sharp individual, somebody I need to contact, right, on his behalf. So, Matt, quick question. What do you do for a living? I'm a barber. I'm talking about occupation. That's the easiest part. When you're talking to strangers, their occupation is probably one of the easiest things because people like to tell you what they do for a living. It seems unintrusive. You with me? I can say, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a barber. Okay, cool. Man, hey, barber, you're making a lot of money, aren't you? Yeah, but okay, yeah, I make a lot of money. So what you know, when you make a lot of money as a barber, they're gonna say two things: yes or no. I can predict the answer. I hear you're making a lot of money.
Yep.
What's going to be the answer? Is it going to be what?
Yep. No.
Yes or no. That's it. Yes or no. It's not going to be a whole thing. If the answer is yes, man, cool. What do you typically do when you're downtime? I'm gonna shift it to recreation. They say I'm making a lot of money. Well, I'm taking recreation. What do you do for your downtime then? Downtime? I ain't got no downtime, man. I'm always in the barbershop. Boom, 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 boom. So I realized he don't have no time. Are y'all with me? John, let me ask you a question. I know you make a lot of money in the barbershop, but if I could show you a way to add let you make your money work for you, or show the way to make an increased income, would you have about 10 or 15 minutes to talk? Can we set up time about 10 or 15 minutes to talk? Remember, Jimmy John referred me to you, Billy Bob. Would you have about 15 minutes to talk? Because that's why he wanted me to talk to you. See, if I can show you a way to either make your money work for you, because he said he got money, make your money work for you, or show you a way to ask the income to free up some of your time, would you be interested?
See, you don't even realize what you did because you do it all the time. If I would you.
Yeah. If I could,
would you?
If I could show you a way to do blank, would you be interested or open? Would you be interested in open to meet for about 5 minutes or so? Would you be interested in open to sit down for a couple of days, get a cup of coffee? Would you be interested to schedule a time? So this is even just on my regular connections. Are y'all with me? I can predict. Marcelo talk to me. That's cool. And another thing what he's saying is too, you learn it so you can teach it to who?
Others.
Who's the others?
Your
Your
team.
Your
Your
team.
team.
See, y'all come to these meetings to learn for yourself, but come to this meeting so you can take it back to your team. So when you start recruiting people, now you know how to teach them. I can teach them forms. So I can teach them a way to tap into their network. Are y'all with me? So now I have it so I can show it to others. So with that being said, any other questions? I just gave y'all everything I told you I was going to give you. I gave you the predictable way, how to expand your network, how to use form, and
Hey, Eric,
yes, sir.
I got one thing to say real quick, brother, because I know you running up on time. For predictability. If you talking to somebody and you say, man, how much you be, I know you making a lot of money, which what you're doing, talking about with the barbershop. If they say, yeah, but that's a opportunity to try to recruit them. Because like the same thing you're saying, if you don't got enough time, either they really don't like that, but they need a different opportunity. They want to change something in their life, or they don't have the knowledge to change your situation. Whenever you have a caveat of, yeah, man, but that word but is very big. Because when you say big, you say but, it don't open a little door. It open the goddamn C open. It opens the C because you already know, say they need to change it. They're looking for a change or for an improvement. That's it automatically. You should know that. You should think that.
Overcoming objection.
That's my fault, bro. You know, my GED started working, man. I gotta think a little bit.
Tomorrow, those overcoming objections.
At the office.
At the office, overcome objections, because what Stephen just talked about is listening. But Gertie, you have notes? Listening and overcoming objections. So with that being said, y'all, love y'all. Have an amazing day. Anybody got a recap to anything they got out of it?
One last thing too, sir. Don't let your frustration focus. Don't let frustration dictate your actions. Don't do that neither. Because for every problem, there's a solution. You gotta get your mindset in a solution based. Don't worry about the problem. Acknowledge the problem. I say, hear the problem, acknowledge the problem, resolve the problem. Yep. That's where your mindset get, because because not hell people talking about your test. I gotta do all this, I do all that. I failed the test 5-6 times, and I passed it after in a year and a half after a stroke. So I don't want to hear from me from me. And this don't got to do with Eric and them. This is from Stephen Short. I do not want to hear your excuses. It's like pouring water on a duck's back. I do not want to hear it.
Yeah, I got something to say real quick.
Talk to us,
So what I got was to I guess, lead by example by being on the scoreboard, either on the production side for the insurance, annuities, or by recruit. So I like that. Thank you.
Love it, love it, love it. And once again, let's shout out to Keisha Card number 14. 40,000 in premium.